Hi Alison, good session of the day. I hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of points now that we mentioned in the lesson. In terms of the setup, we want to make sure that we get our body sufficiently over the golf ball so we can actually reach the golf ball when it comes to swinging down for the ground. Previously when you set up, you were a little bit too upright and there was a little bit too much knee flex, which as we said is a very logical response to when you're not getting underneath the golf ball. And because of this now, the club would therefore swing too far around your body in what we call a flat position. Because of that now, in an attempt to try and get underneath the golf ball, you were sort of trying to keep your head down, and we can see your head dropping down here now. Definitely no lifting of the head, you're actually dropping it low, but because of the angle you're swinging the golf club on now, we come back to the top of the golf ball, thus the ball then shooting along the ground. And as you said, you found a lot more success when the ball's on a tee peg, because obviously the ball up in the air, you can get underneath it, but as we said, most shots you will play off the ground. And you'll also notice now, by keeping your head down too long, your body now can't really rotate. It's a very sort of small army sort of swing, sort of flicking the wrist through in an attempt to just try and get the ball up in the air. So once you just adjusted the setup, got you a little more over the golf ball, as we said, what we're trying to do in the golf swing is create a nice big circle around your body on what we call a slightly more upright angle. Golf's all about angles. If you can get the angle correct, the club can then go up on the way back and then down on the way through. So as the club goes back now, we can see the club being a lot higher, up above your right shoulder there, much fuller backswing, and as you're coming back down to the golf ball, there's a lot less dipping into the golf ball. Because you've created the right angle, we can get the club now to the bottom of the golf ball, and you can see there the blur of the golf ball being struck. The ball now is shooting off the club face, nicely up in the air, and a full rotation through. You can see much more width now with your arms. The club is swinging a lot wider, and right the way through up onto that left shoulder, and you'll see the right foot now starting to move a little bit more. The hips and the knees are coming round together, because as we said, we're not trying to keep the head down, we're not trying to keep the arms straight and all the things we've often get told in the past. So make sure we get a better setup, get yourself a little bit taller in the knees and more lean over the golf ball rather than bending your knees more. And then in terms of the swing, the focus now needs to be trying to get the arms up nice and high so the club can then come back down on the bottom of the golf ball. So hope that all makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, and I'll see you soon.